Hey, this is Dr. Barry. In this short video, let's discuss who can benefit from the ketogenic way of eating. You might just be surprised. I read a lot of ketogenic websites and watch a lot of ketogenic videos, of course, trying to look for nuggets of truth I can share with you. And very often, the very people that would benefit the most from the ketogenic diet are told they shouldn't do the ketogenic diet. So I wanted to make this video to make it very clear to you who really can benefit the most from the ketogenic way of eating. And I don't include every medical condition in this video, but listen to the very end. I might include yours. Now, if you know someone who has one of these conditions, please share this with them on your social media so that they can realize, hey, I can actually eat that diet and get better because of my diet. You can share this on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and anything else you can think of to share it on. So let's talk about who can benefit from eating keto. The first, I think, the most important group of people who absolutely need to understand without doubt they can eat the ketogenic diet and benefit greatly from it are type 2 diabetics. They have a very disrupted insulin and glucose metabolism because of the crappy food that they've been eating for the last 5, 10, 20, 40 years. And if they don't start eating the ketogenic diet, nothing is coming up the road for them except for suffering, chronic disease, and an early miserable death. And so type 2 diabetics are probably the most likely to benefit almost immediately from eating the ketogenic diet. Secondly, are type 1 diabetics. You may have heard of Dr. Bernstein. He's got a great book called The Diabetes Solution. He's a doctor and he's a type 1 diabetic, and he's been eating low carb, healthy fat, keto for decades, and he's very old. He's been around for a long time. He still has all of his fingers and toes. He's not blind. He's not on dialysis. So I think maybe he knows what he's talking about. Now, a type 2 diabetic can do keto pretty much on their own, and it's safe to do that. A type 1 diabetic needs to do keto in concert with a learned health professional who can help them slowly lower their insulin as they lower their carbs. Type 1 diabetics don't need to do it on their own, but their life and their life in the future can be miraculously altered if they will eat keto. The next group of people are pre-diabetics. If your A1C is starting to creep up or your blood sugars are starting to creep up after a meal, you're pre-diabetic and you are destined to become a type 2 diabetic if you don't change your way of eating. Keto is the change that you should make. When someone with pre-diabetes or insulin resistance starts eating keto, they can literally reverse the trend towards type 2 diabetes. They can reverse their obesity. They can reverse their insulin resistance just by eating this diet because it's so powerful. I've seen on a number of websites that people are told if you have fatty liver, you shouldn't do keto. This is ridiculous. No other diet on the planet, no other diet in the universe reverses fatty liver as quickly as the ketogenic diet plus or minus intermittent fasting. Fatty liver is caused by eating too many sugars, drinking or eating too much fructose. It's not caused by eating fat. When you start eating a very healthy, high fat, moderate protein, very low carb diet, your body immediately burns up the fat in your pancreas and in your liver, and that cures your fatty liver. And so keto is absolutely the diet that someone with fatty liver should eat. If you have chronic kidney disease, you're very often told to avoid saturated fat and avoid protein. These two nuggets of advice are based on no research whatsoever. If you think about it, the leading cause of kidney failure in the U.S. and the leading cause of being on dialysis in the U.S. is type 2, type 1 diabetes. Sugar, starch, right back to that, right back to the high carb diet, the whole grains, the fructose, the fruit juices, drinking lots of milk, drinking lots of soft drinks. That's what destroys kidneys. High, healthy, saturated fat is not bad for kidneys. There's zero research that shows that it is. Even for someone with type 1 or type 2 chronic kidney disease, there's zero research that shows that moderate amounts of protein are bad for their kidneys. Fat doesn't hurt your kidneys. Protein doesn't hurt your kidneys. Too many simple carbs, sugars, and starches destroy your kidneys. If you have chronic kidney disease, talk to your doctor and strongly consider eating keto. If you have cancer, if you know someone with cancer, There's no diet that has more research showing that it slows down cancer in animal models than the ketogenic diet. There are research studies that rats are the subjects, not humans, but rats, but who had metastatic fulminant cancer that was going to take their life in a matter of days or a matter of weeks. When you put them on a healthy, high-fat diet, super low carb, the cancer slows down and in some cases even reverses. So absolutely, if you have cancer, talk to your oncologist about eating keto. If you have severe joint disease like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or any of the other arthritides, you should really consider eating keto. No other diet that I've seen in my 14 years of medical practice has reversed people's knee, shoulder, thumb arthritis quicker than the ketogenic diet. I've actually had older ladies and gentlemen who are on the knee transplant list to have their knee replaced call the surgeon and cancel the surgery after they'd been eating keto for a few weeks or a few months because their knee pain or their shoulder pain was so much better. If you have arthritis, please consider keto. If you have gout, there are studies that show, although when you first start keto, your uric acid may go up a little bit, after 6 to 12 weeks of steady keto, your uric acid will come down even lower than it was before you started keto. You'll have fewer gout attacks and less severe attacks when you do have them. Ketogenic diet is definitely for gout. Another one is Gerd, reflux, heartburn. No other diet I've ever recommended in all my years of medical practice reverses Gerd, heartburn symptoms as quickly as the ketogenic way of eating does. Okay? Now, if you have any of these conditions, please try the ketogenic diet. If you know a family member or a loved one or a friend who has this, please consider sharing this with them in a direct message, in a text message, or on their Facebook page. You always have my permission to share this video in your keto or low carb, high fat groups. You know that. If you really enjoy this video and you'd like to see more like it, I have a ton more on this channel. Click the subscribe button and the little bell right beside it. That way, every time I have a bright idea, you'll be one of the very first to know. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you.